Hey everyone, it's Bree from Bree Marie Plans. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. It's been a little bit. I feel like I say that multiple times a year, but I've had a lot of stuff going on as usual. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen a few weeks ago that I did graduate with my master's degree in clinical mental health counseling, which is so exciting. I'm so happy to be done. There are parts that I miss, but there are parts that I don't miss as well. So there's that. A few weeks ago, I started my new job. I'm working at a group private practice as a therapist, so that's going great so far. Everyone's great. Working on building up my caseload. And what else? Those are like the good things. There's a lot of not so good that's also happening. We've been dealing with some health stuff going on with one of our family members, and that's been really difficult and has taken up a lot of our time. Not that I'm complaining. I want to spend as much time with them as I can. It's just been really difficult. So that's been happening. And what else? Just some other life circumstance things that is just, it's making life feel really heavy and a bit difficult to deal with. But we're taking it day by day. We're continuing to push through, knowing that all of this crappiness is only temporary. So if you're in a similar boat as me and life is just seems to be like kicking you while you're down already, I encourage you to just try to take things day by day, because that really, I think, is the most important thing to do in these phases of life. Make sure you get plenty of rest and just take care of yourself the best you can, because we're only human. We're only meant to withstand so much. So yeah. But I'm back for a plan with me. This is going to be a little bit of a chatty video. I'm trying out no voiceovers again. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping it goes all right. But yeah, if at the end of this video you watch it and you've watched some of my most recent videos where I was doing a voiceover, please let me know what you prefer, whether it's real-time planning and talking or watching a plan with me video and having me do a voiceover. I'm completely fine with doing whatever y'all want. So also, there's a fan going. It's very hot in the Midwest right now, so if you hear a constant noise in the background, that's what it is, and I'm sorry, but I cannot shut it off because I will die. So yes, we've got a new planner. This I ordered about this time last year with the intention of using it as my social media planner for 2025, and it's a Sterling Ink 2025 compact vertical common planner. I had one of these for social media planning in 2024 for majority of the year and really liked it. So I bought it again with the intention of, doing social media throughout the year and doing all this planning with it and things like that. And that didn't happen because life is lifing. And in terms of my golden coil planner, I still have it. I haven't used it consistently or really at all since July. So there's that. I just kind of fell off with it because life got busy and overwhelming, and whenever I had a desire to go back to planning, decorative planning, that wasn't the planner that I wanted to plan in. I think I've discovered that when it comes to discs like Happy Planner or rings or a coil, anything like that, I'm really just not in a phase of life where I want that. I want something that's book bound, that's compact. This is an A5 size, so it's a really good size, and I know I really like Sterling Ink. So when the beginning of September rolled around, I really wanted to plan again, especially with starting my new job, and I had just ordered, or I was planning on ordering, a 2026 compact common planner for my planner. I decided that's what I was going to do because I really wanted a book bound system. And then I remembered that I had this one that I barely used this year, so I decided to pull it out, and now we're using it for a multitude of things, mainly just life planning. Long story short, I'm going to be in a common planner for 2026 and for the rest of 2025 as well. My hope at the time of filming this video is that I can get a weekly plan with me up every week for y'all, because I really enjoy them. I like talking to y'all, even if it's, talking to a camera but I just really like sharing my spreads and my creativity and my plans. So hopefully you're looking forward to seeing some videos again. I'm not gonna promise that it's gonna be a long-lasting thing. I'm gonna try my best, but no guarantees. So we'll just see what happens. But this is my current week in my planner. I really like how this is going. As you can see, there's some to-dos and things that I haven't done yet, but I have habit tracking over here. Just this week, or at the end of last week, I started a sleep tracker. I'm wanting to hit a goal of at least 8 hours every night. That varies a lot. As you can tell, Monday night was 5.5, and then last night was 9. So it all depends. Also trying to keep up with like keeping my home tidy. So we've got a lot of things going on here, but I am really enjoying this planner. It feels more simple to me. I love that I'm getting to use my markers and dot markers, which I just got a bunch of new colors. So yeah, also these stickers are from my shop, Brie Marie Plans on Etsy, if you want to check out the shop. This washi tape is a gray grid one from, I think it might be Amazon, I'm not totally sure. But like I said, I'm enjoying the functionality of this while it's still being cute. So we are gonna plan the first week of fall, which I'm so excited about, and we're gonna be using, I have these little flags that I write down my sticker plan for the week, and we're gonna be using stickers from my shop that I didn't get to use last year. We're gonna be using Autumn Gallery, which I'm so excited about. I was so excited for these stickers when I made them. I still love them. It would have been last fall when I was still using a Happy Planner. I just was not in the mood to use that anymore either. So I didn't get to use these, but now I am, and I'm super excited. So we're gonna use these. I also pulled, this is fall journal elements from my shop, but it has a bunch of leaves that I figured I could put around, and then those leaves match autumn quotes, also from my shop. And I just think it would be really nice to get some of that going. And I am gonna pause really quick and figure out what I want to do for washi. Okay, I'm not sold on the washi, but got this one with like a dark orange grid, and then this one that's from Amazon. I don't remember where this one's from, maybe Temu a while ago. This is from Amazon, and it's just like a dark brown washi. So I think we'll try this and see how it goes. And I also want to grab my Sharpie S-Gel pen, which is like the only pen I use with anything, because I want to draw some of these frames like you can see the strings that they're hung on. So we're gonna try that out, but let's get started. So being it's been a while, I would love to hear how all of you are doing. Let's see. When in doubt, I start with washi, and that never really seems to fail me. So we're gonna start with that. Now I do have to be really careful with putting this washi on, because this Tomoe River paper can really get like scrunched up if you pull it too tight, but that looks like it's okay. And then I think the other one I'm gonna do is up here. With these spreads, I really just fly by the seat of my pants and just kind of go with what I'm feeling. I'm not thinking too hard about it or anything like that. And this one I think I want to put on the bottom like so, and then at the top I think I'll do that. Okay, now we'll leave that there and see what happens. So now we're gonna build a little bit of a gallery wall. I think the only ones that I'm gonna draw like a nail and a string are the ones that aren't gonna be in a cluster. I think that's probably best. So let's see. I really want this one right down here. So we're gonna put it like that. And then what do I want with it? I think this one would look really good up there. Should I just put it down? Yeah, I'm just gonna do it and hope that I think it's relatively, yeah, it's relatively straight. See, it's curling a little bit, so that's not ideal, but that's what happens with this paper. Let's see, what else do I want to do? Yeah, I don't know. I want to put this one over here. It kind of has a similar look to it as the one that's already there, but one, it's down, two, I don't need to think super hard about it, so we're just gonna put it down. And then maybe this little one goes there, and then we have a circle and a tiny, let's see. Yeah, I think that's good, cute. Then I think we're gonna do, ooh, we could actually take this one and then this tiny one. I'm trying to think of how, I do need to save space for my habits though, so oh, this stuff is just so, okay. I think we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna put that one there, and then this one is gonna go right there. Yeah, I really like that. I'm not sold on the brown washi, but I really just don't know what to put with it. So I think we're gonna leave it and try to make it work. And then, let's see, I'm trying to think of what I have going on next week. I had to pause and pull some things out. So I got this Crayola Super Tip. I can't tell you exactly what color it is because they don't have colors for these, which is annoying, but I labeled it 80. Then I did originally grab, this is Oatmeal, as a clean color dot marker, but I think I'm gonna, this is a little more, maybe more gold than I want. I put all of my swatches back here. Thinking this gold might just be a bit too yellow. So I think we will go with, Oatmeal. Otherwise I could also go in with metallic red, which maybe I'll do that one. I'm being a bit indecisive, but I think metallic red will be nice. So we are gonna keep Oatmeal out just in case. But we'll see. Okay. So this is gonna be what I use for things that are happening. So let's turn this sideways. The voice premiere is happening. It's going from 7 to 9. I don't super strictly follow the colors, so it's not a huge deal to me, or not the colors, the numbers, so it's not a huge deal to me that it doesn't line up. Let's see. Then we have a Narcan training for work. I like putting these down before I get too deep into the plans because I don't want to cover up like all the spaces that I need. This one is a little dark, but just ghosting still, which is good. And then Wednesday, nothing. We have supervision at 3. And then what else? Therapy. I'm starting with a new therapist this week. My last therapist was at my school, so at my college, so I couldn't make that work anymore. So starting previous week, which is, I'm starting here. So that's exciting. And then this is that appointment. And then let's see what else. Sounds like next week I'll be hanging out with a couple friends on Thursday. So I'm gonna put that in, and if it doesn't work out, I'll just put a canceled sticker. It's no big deal, but I like doing the boxes like that. I think that's all I have. We've also got some birthdays to put in, so, well, actually, we can put in the birthdays after we do the rest of the decorating, which it's not going to be a ton more. Like I said, these things are staying pretty simple. But we've got 2 more of these to put somewhere. So this one will definitely go on this page. I'm thinking we're just gonna put it right here, down at the bottom. And then there's that sticker sheet all used up. And then this one, I think I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, now I've been using this empty page flag plastic thing as a ruler, so I think I'm gonna do that this time. And I don't really know how far up to go. I guess I'll just do there. And then, oh, I just smeared it. I'm gonna try to draw some lines. So let's see, that one went to there. Trying to make it somewhat even. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Then this one we're gonna turn upside down, I think. And I'm also gonna grab something to clean the side of this off with. So this one's not gonna be super big. I think we're just gonna go there. And then, sorry about this, turn it again. And put it there. Okay. Yeah, I like that. That's cute. So, I am gonna take a little bit of white out to just remove the little spot that I smeared a little bit. That's fine up there. Honestly, I might need to make these a little bigger to make it a little more obvious what's happening. There. Cute. I really like this. I also just realized that I didn't save any of these for my spread for work this week, which I'll show y'all another time. So we'll have to figure that out. We'll see what happens. We're gonna put Autumn Begins right up here because that's exciting. Autumn used to be my favorite time, but now I don't know if it really is. Summer was pretty fun. I'm definitely sad that summer's leaving. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, so that's all for that and that. Then therapy can go right there. Perfect. We've got a pill case that I want to put, but I do want to wait on that because I need to draw my sleep tracker. So I'm gonna fast forward through this because I don't know how long it's gonna take. I'm back. I decided not to do the metallic red color for the dot marker because I thought it would just be too much, and it definitely would have been. So I went with oatmeal, and this is what we've got. Habits here, which I can write down before we end. Got some other stuff here that I can write in. And then here's my sleep tracker. This little dashed line is what my goal is. My goal is to get 8 hours. I may have said this earlier, so apologies if I did. But my goal is to get 8 hours. Whether that happens or not, kind of depends. We're trying to get more consistent with that, so we'll see. And then the last thing I want to put down is a little checkbox to refill my little pill organizer. And I always do that on Sunday nights. So this is not happening unless we do It's Fall, y'all. Maybe we'll do that one. Sure, that's cute. And then I've got to write work from home and office days as well. I also got this off of Jet Pens, where I got some of my dot markers. This is just a clear acrylic little pencil board that I can put there so I don't mess up and smear any pens when I'm writing, which is really nice. So here I'm gonna put work from home. Here I didn't leave enough space, so I'm just gonna put office there. And I do want to put office up here. We'll just do it right here. Office. And Thursdays are work from home days. So I got that, and then I just put little dots next to each one just to call it out a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Okay, so I think that this is my completed spread. I love how it turned out. I think it's super fun for fall. I also think all of the marker really saved this washi and made it fit in a little better. That's all I've got for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. Like I said, I'm hoping to post more, but we'll see what happens. Don't hold me to it. And I'm excited to see you all next time. Bye.